Go day everyone. So by the way, I am Loida Soriano. So in this afternoon, I am going to report the lesson 4.4 stakeholders in a curriculum implementation. So before we start to our discussion, our desired learning outcomes is first, identify stakeholders of the curriculum. The second one is enumerate the role of each stakeholders. So before we proceed to our discussion, let us first define what is stakeholders and curriculum implementation. So what is stakeholders? Stakeholders are the individuals or institutions that are interested in the school curriculum. So they are such learner, teacher, parents, and other stakeholders. So stakeholders, they give life to the curriculum. Curriculum implementation refers to how teachers deliver instruction and assessment through the use of specified resources provided in a curriculum. So who are the curriculum stakeholders? So they are the learners, teacher, parents, curriculum, community member, and other stakeholders. So these stakeholders play a crucial role in development and implementation of the curriculum, as they vested interest in the educational system and contribute to its growth and success. So they collaborate to ensure that the curriculum meets the needs of students and society as a whole. So we come now to the first stakeholders of the curriculum. So the first stakeholders are learners are at the core of the curriculum. To what extent are the students involved in curriculum development? The old view that students are mere recipients of the curriculum is now changing. Learners have more dynamic participation from the planning, designing, implementing, and evaluating. However, the degree of their involvement is dependent on their maturity. The older they are in high school or college, the more they participate. From another angle, whether learners are in the elementary or college level, they can make or break curriculum implementation by their active or non-involvement. So after all, learners together with the teachers put action to the curriculum. So far as a particular curriculum design that I have mentioned earlier, learner is a place at the center, which means that the curriculum design is to meet their needs and help them to acquire the knowledge and skills necessary for their personal and academic growth. It also recognizes that every learner is unique and aims to provide them with a well-rounded education. So after all, curriculum implementation, they conclude a question such as, have the students learned? Or has the learners learned? So here are the answers of the three students. So let us now read. Students 1. I never realized that as a student, I have a participation in curriculum development. It is true that as a student, our learning is the basis of the success or failure of the curriculum. For example, if all of us pass the board examinations, it means that the teacher education curriculum is a success. So students number 2. In high school, our teachers would always look into what we are learning. The whole year round, we have learned varied curriculum or co-curriculum activities inside the class. I think we as students should be considered in writing the curriculum. Students number 3. When we are in the elementary level, our lessons were very simple. But now that we are in college, the content we learn has become complicated. I learned that actually, our curriculum is a spiral and that the difficulty of the subject matter is also adjusted to our maturity level. So this conversation of the three students that is reflected on how the curriculum implementation is changing. Learners or students are the very reason why school exists, because it is the school responsibility to further develop the learner's knowledge, skills, and attitude to face situation in life. So let's now come to the second stakeholders, which is teacher are curricularists. Teacher are stakeholders who plan, design, teach, implement, and evaluate the curriculum. No doubt, the most important person in curriculum implementation is the teacher. The teacher influence upon learners cannot be measured. Better teacher foster better learning. So in the teaching and writing process, the other side of the coin is the teacher who is planning and writing the curriculum at the primary rules of the teacher. Because a teacher is a curriculum maker, they write curriculum daily through lesson plan, a unit plan, or a yearly plan. But teachers need to continue with their professional development to contribute to the success of the curriculum implementation. So, teachers should have full knowledge of a program philosophy content and components of the curriculum and ways of teaching. A teacher's designs enrich, modifies the curriculum to suit the learner's characteristics. So as what I have mentioned earlier, that teacher as a curriculum developer is the one who planning, writing, and implementing. When a curriculum has already been written, the teacher's role is to implement it like a technician. However, teachers are reflected persons. They put their hearts into what they do. They are very mindful that in the center of everything they do is the learner. So, let's now proceed to the rules that the teacher do in a curriculum implementation. So, the first one is guiding, facilitating, and directing the activities of the learners. So, it is the responsibility of the teacher to guide in facilitating and directing the activities of the learners to have a better outcome. 2. Choosing the activities and the methods to be utilized. 3. Choosing the materials that are necessary for the activity. 4. Evaluating the whole implementation process. And the number 5 is making a decision whether to continue, modify, or terminate the curriculum. So all of these rules play a crucial role oftentimes at successful implementation of the curriculum. So it has become the root of the educational. So let us now read how the teachers viewed curriculum as a curriculum implementation. So the students 1. I believe my teacher how know very well our curriculum. She knows what to teach and how to teach it well. I do not miss my class every day because she guides us in all our lesson activities. Without our teacher, I am sure if we can learn more than we are achieving now. So, the teacher. As a classroom teacher, it is my responsibility to make my students learn. I have to give action to the written curriculum. I have to see it that my students provided with experiences to learn from. I keep in mind how I can sustain the interest of my students by using teaching strategies that are effective. So truly, the teacher has a great stake of the curriculum. Planning, designing, and implementing are in the hands of a good teacher. So now let's proceed to the third stakeholders of the curriculum. School leaders are curriculum managers. Principal and school heads to have important roles in curriculum implementation process in school. They should understand fully the need for change and implementation the process. They should be ready to assist the teacher and the students in their implementation. Curriculum line should be open to all concerned should leaders lead in a curriculum teamwork. So in the school organization, there's always a curriculum manager and a school administrator. In fact, for school principal, one of their function is being a curriculum manager, as they supervise curriculum implementation, select and recruit new teacher, admit students, and procedure equipment and materials needed for effective teaching. So convincing the parents of the merits of the new curriculum is the job of the school heads. They should be connected or committed to the change and should employ the strategies to meet the needs of the teachers and learners like buildings, books, library, and other needed resources. So, in the academic institutions, school administrators have a great stake concern about what kind of curriculum their school offers, and this is are implemented. So let us read to the school heads on how they understand their stakeholders of the curriculum.
Principal. I am a principal of a big central elementary school. It is part of my function to lead my school in any curriculum innovation. First of all, I make sure that my teachers understand the restructuring or alteration of our school curriculum that is forthcoming. I also call on the parents to participate in the change that will happen by keeping them informed. I have to make sure that materials needed are available for the teachers and students to use. I always keep in mind my role as an instructional leader. Teacher. Leading a small school in a far-flung barrio has its pros and cons. First, there are few teachers to supervise and fewer students to support. As a proactive school head, I always see to it that we keep pace with the change in the school curriculum. While preparing for the implementation of the K-12, I realized that change process is inevitable. My teachers have to be retrained, and their attitude should be changed. I am responsible in seeing to it that the curriculum is implemented as it should be, and at the end of the year, our school can show evidence that learning has taken place as designed by the K-12 recommended curriculum.
Principals or school managers play a key role in the delivery of quality instruction. They help shape the quality of education provided to their students. And that's all. Thank you.